Hey, it's my birthday, and I just wanted to leave a permanent record of an apology to my children. I'm dying. My life has never been settled till just recently. Just recently. And I feel so much better about my life. But I can't help but going back into the past and thinking about my children and all that I put them through and all that they had to suffer through. And since I do make videos now, I thought, what a perfect opportunity to make a permanent record specifically for them as an apology, as for kind of messing up as a mother along the way. Yeah. My first marriage, I was 19, and I married a lying, cheating narcissist. He was emotionally and physically abusive. He could turn a nice dinner into a total eruption of screaming and hollering, all because a 2-year-old wouldn't eat his peas. He was awful. He was awful. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys, that I put y'all through that. As soon as he got his law degree, he left us. Just walked out the door. He didn't look back either. I would have never had the strength to leave him. So I'm so thankful he left. So thankful he left. Then I married again. And I had 2 more children. This marriage, well, it was just full of financial turmoil. We bought a old farmhouse, fixed it up, built onto it. It was a wonderful home, wonderful. We lived in the middle of 32 acres. My kids could roam the property. They had 4-wheelers. We had a pool. It could have been a wonderful life. Could have been a wonderful life. But there was too many financial things that kept popping up that I had no idea about, which just started to ruin everything, and it never stopped. Continued and continued. It's almost like clockwork. Well, I couldn't mentally do that anymore. I just couldn't. No matter the cost, I couldn't do it. So, I got a divorce from him. I could not afford that house any longer. One day I just walked away from it. Now I had to sell my kids' 4-wheelers, our tractor, anything else that was of value that would help me live with these kids. Now, I didn't have a right to sell their 4-wheelers. Those were Christmas gifts. I didn't have a right. And I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't. I'm so sorry for that. I apologize so much for that. Well, we moved into a rental, as I said. Well, it was haunted. It was. Truly. I don't know by what. Didn't ever see any ghosts or anything. But oh my gosh, at night the sounds they were relentless. Anyway. Oh my gosh. So then my mom was building houses. She purchased all this land and she was building houses on it and doing well. And she said, I'll build us a house and I can move in with y'all. And I said, oh, that would be wonderful, Mom. So she did. And she got it financed. I mean, of course, the bank was very pleased with her. They would do anything for her. I mean, she was making them money. So she built us a house. It was a nice house. It was a big house. She had a room. All four of my children had a room. I had a room. It was a nice house. But right around the corner from all of that was 2008. That's a long time ago. But I know some of you remember it. The market fell out. Wait a minute. That's not the one. It was the time before that. The other market fell. I'm sorry. I can't remember the date. I cannot remember the date. But I think it was in the 1900s. I don't know. But anyway. So, lo and behold, all of a sudden, Mom didn't have a job. She wasn't working. Well, my curtain business that I was doing at the time, well, there was no business there at the time. So, we lost that house. We walked away from it. Moved into another rental. Mom went with us. So, after that, I finally found a home, a smaller home, that had the owner would finance it. So, we moved in there. Okay. Later, a few years later, I got it financed through the bank, so I wouldn't be obligated to that person. Now, all my children reached adulthood in this home. All of them did. Okay, so I was left there by myself. My daughter and I started flipping houses. Now, that's when 2008 happened. That's when I lost like 3 properties that I was flipping, plus the home I was living in. But I was by myself. No big deal there. But going back over my life, there are 2 things that I can't get rid of in my brain. My brain won't let it go. I'm sure there are many other things that I cannot remember. Thank God. But these 2 things dwell back in my mind, and they come forward every now and then, and they bother the heck out of me. One of them was I used to try to do something for the kids on a Friday night, and one Friday night I had $20, and I gave the kids each $10, my 2 oldest ones, and drove up to Walmart and let them go in and get something. Told them to stay together and get what they wanted and come out, and I'd be there. I stayed right at the front door, and I really wasn't dressed to go in, so I let them go in. They were pretty old, enough to do that. So when they came back, Brandon had a hamster. And I said, Brandon, we don't have a cage, we don't have food, we don't have the stuff that goes in the bottom of the cage, and I don't have the money to buy it. You have to take the hamster back. Oh, his face just fell. Oh my God, I will never forget it. And reluctantly, he walked back in the store very slowly. And I don't know what I was thinking. I should have known he didn't have the gumption or whatever it was going to take to walk back in and say, I need to return this. He couldn't have done that. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, he went inside and just let the hamster go. And he came back in a little bit. And, I thought he had his $10 back. But anyway, I regret that. I found out later that he just let the hamster go. And that has always bothered the holy heck out of me. It just does. But here's the clincher that I'll probably never get over. I'll take it to my deathbed. I was a teacher in another town. I didn't have family in that town. And I had 2 children at the time. This was before my second marriage. And I taught at an alternative school where kids have been kicked out of school and, are housed by the state in another school or whatever. United Way paid my salary. So, it was Christmas time, and we took our kids in our school home early, and we had a party at one of the teachers' house from 12 to like 3, Well, he had alcohol there, and first of all, let me tell you, they all went in my car to this teacher's house because I had the largest car, so we just all rode together, and we're going to go back to the school, Okay, that's fine. Well, it was almost 3. My son gets out at 3, and I could not gather up these people who had been drinking to get in my car so I could go get my son. It took, I don't know how long, but I finally got them in the car. So we're driving to the school to get him. There are no cars there, no people, no children. There's one little boy, one little blonde-headed boy, sitting on the curb, wondering where his mother is. Oh my God, I will never forget that sight as long as I live. Oh my God. I hopped out of the car, went and put my arms around him and said, "I'm sorry, son." So we just got back in the car, and all the other teachers, instead of saying, "Hey, sweetheart, you okay?" blah, blah, blah. No, there was total silence. Everyone in the car knew that we had screwed up. Big time. Big time screwed up. Yeah. We were all responsible for that. Yes. But I took the brunt of it. I'll never forget it. And just to think of what could have happened to him just for being stupid. I'm sorry for that, son. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Now, you could ask all of my children about their childhood, and they would not remember it probably the way I do. I'm sure they have happy memories, and that's what dwells in their brain, I hope. So I'm hoping that's the way it is. But the long and the short of it is, I raised 4 wonderful human beings. They all have great jobs. They're all responsible, honest, loving human beings. And I'm proud of every one of them. I love you guys. I'm so proud of you. I'm so, so proud. Please forgive your mother for all the stupid things I put you through. I love you. And for you people who watch my videos, love's coming your way.